So we want price to retrace back to this level here so that we can pick a buy from this point upwards, something like this. There, a resistance, expect a move up, a retracement, so that we can buy it from that point upwards. So if you're on this chart at the moment, then just expect a move higher, look for a buy from this point, have your take profit at 1.3197. So we move to the next chart, which is USDJPY. So also this one, there's nothing to be added. You still just have our lines the same we had them last week. Those are support here, price went up, a resistance, a support, a resistance, a support. Then there's this break. This was a false break to the lower side. So on this one, after this false break, we ought to have bought immediately on the first retracement, this one. So assuming you didn't buy it here, then this is the second chance for you buying it here. So we have a support, price went up, came back to the same support, and we took a buy from that point. So we basically expect price to proceed higher towards 114.16. So that's what we expect, just a move up like that. And in case price breaks above, then we want to look for a retracement so that we can continue buying it upwards like that. So these are, you ought to have bought here, and you can also wait and buy at that point, and all of them you need to have a take profit here along this resistance. A resistance, price went down, then should come back to the same resistance. So this is, I don't know which shape is this, but it looks like some shape to me. You can see there's a move down, and then we have something like that, and then it goes down. This one should look like it's a shape. I don't know that it's a butterfly or whichever name it's called, something like that, and it goes down, and this is what we expect in the longest run possible. Like it should emerge from this point, proceed high up, retrace back so that you can buy it for the second time towards 117.81. So this, in case it does not go up and it breaks below 108.37, then this is a sell. You're supposed to sell it below this level. You have a take profit at 104.63. So I want to use an indicator to confirm this if we are upwards, and I'll use MACD. So this MACD is showing us a sell. We have the columns. What I mean by the columns are this first looks like some bar, some bar, some bar. These are called columns in MACD. So as long as they're below 0.00, it means you are still selling. And this is the signal handle, the dotted red one. So we have the dotted one being above 0.0, but we have the bars below 0.0. So we want both of them to be below 0 so that we can confirm that we are selling. As it is at the moment, we choose to remain flat, but we expect it to go high in the longest run. Let's add another indicator. I'm going to add average directional movement index, which is this one. Added. So according to this indicator, we're also selling. We have the dotted red line, this dotted one above the dotted green one. So this means that the overall trend is upward. It's just that there's no active trend. Sorry, it means the overall trend is downward. It's just that there is not an active one. So on this pair, I suggest you remain flat. Just wait for some good signal. We expect it to go up based on price action, but there is no clear signal from the indicator. So just remain flat on it. We are not going to add anything on that other than the fact that we are supposed to look for a move higher. So I want to make this so that I'm able to look at it properly, like that. Like that. So this should be a very good buy in the future, especially if price can successfully break above this level in the future. So this could be maybe inverted head and shoulder, head, and then the first shoulder, and then the next one. We expect a buy from this point, and the next buy should be at this point with a take profit here. So we move to the next chart, which is SP500 there, and SP500 we have our lines the same way as them yesterday, and I hope you can remember we actually said that this was a good support. This was a very good support here. We also had another good support there, the same zone being used again. There was also this support here, then price went below everything. So we colored this area because this was like a false break to the lower side, and as long as now the price remains above it, this is a buy. Expect a move from this point upwards towards 2814.4. So as we said yesterday, buy it from within this zone, expect a move higher towards 2814.4, and should price go even higher, then wait for a retracement before you buy it for the second time towards 2928.0. So that should be it. The reason you want to take profit from this level is because previously the same place has been used as a sell place. A sell, it went down, a sell, it went down, a sell, then it went down, there's this false break. So assuming you buy it from this point, then remain long with it only up to this place here, up to 2816.7, and should price break above it, then you wait for a retracement so that you can continue buying it upwards towards the next level, which is here. The next level is here, 2928.0. so whatever you choose to do on this chart, it has to be a buy, and on the worst case, assuming it goes below, then just wait for a retracement back to the same place before you can sell it, and that sell should have a take profit at the very lower end, which is here. So I hope that should make some little sense. You should either you wait for that, either you pick a buy, and I recommend looking for a buy, but should price go below 2625.5, then this is a sell. Just expect it to move down, retrace back to the same place so that you can sell it precisely from the same zone there. So you sell it there, let it run up to 2348.9. So we want to move to the next chart, which is we have gold. So everything is just exactly the same way we had them yesterday. Nothing has changed. We still have our lines the same way we did them yesterday. So there's something I need to say on gold, that according to the weekly chart, if you are just looking at the chart without the indicators, there's a possible sell. Like assuming you're at the weekly there, there's a possible sell. You can see other than the zone I have here, there's a level here, a support, broken, price went down, it came back to the same place, then we have a tail, the very first tail, which is a pin bar, price went up, then there's the second tail, then it went up, then it closed as a pin bar on the weekly. So this could be a sign that we're already downwards, but you add an indicator, it's something else. Assuming now I add this indicator, the first one, ADX, you'll see that this red dotted line, green, is above red, which means the overall trend is upwards. And then the main one, which should show us that there's a trend, is above 25. So what this means is that the overall trend, according to this indicator, is upwards, and therefore you're supposed to expect a move upwards. I don't know that that makes sense to you, but just ensure that as long as we have the green one, this green dotted line above the red one, and the main one above the level 25, then that is an uptrend. So I want to add that level here, so we are able to see it, levels, and then we add 25. It should be dotted still, okay? It's not clear, so let me make it bold instead. Should be a complete line, not dotted line. And I want to color it black. So this that line, we have the main moving average being above 25, and then we have the red dotted line being above the red dotted one. The green one is above the red one. So this means that we are upwards. You're supposed to buy it. Look for a move upwards, expect a move like this. Sorry, I'm going to delete this first. Expect a move like this. Expect price to proceed upwards like that. Then it should retrace back to the same place so that we can pick a buy from that point like that. So you're on this chart at the moment. The best you should be doing now is to look for a buy, a break above, a retracement, so that you can buy it from this point upwards. So despite this pin bar, the ones I'm seeing, the one you're seeing, this is still a very good buy, because personally I can only see a good level at the top. The only level I'm seeing on this chart is the one that is at the very top, which is this. So in case price does as we are saying, then this is the move we expect. We expect it to proceed even higher. Should break above, retrace back to the same point so that we can buy it from the same place. So basically the reason I'm buying it, because this was a very good sell place from the past. This is the other reason why I want to look for that buy. So assuming price does make it above 1310.30, then this is a buy. Expect to buy from the same place, but you have a take profit at 1359.95 at the very top here. So we move to the next chart, and that should be Brent oil. Also, this one I've not changed anything. We still have our lines exactly the same we had them yesterday. This is just Brent oil, and then I'll be looking at it from the daily. So from this point, where the instant when there's this downtrend started, from this point here, you can see we moved down, then we have a slight retracement. It went down, then another slight retracement, then it went down. There's this slight retracement. I didn't mark it, but I'm marking it right away. A retracement. Then it goes down, another retracement, it goes down, another retracement. So the reason I'm marking this retracement does not mean that these are not retracements. The ones I'm currently at, these are still retracements. It's just that they're not as major as the ones I'm marking. So it goes down, this is still a retracement. It goes down, then for the first time we see a bigger retracement. So this actually happened in form of a shape. I don't know that this is called a flag, inverted flag something, but you can see it goes down, then it begins to consolidate upwards. It goes down, then for the second time it has retraced even higher than the previous retracements. So from what I've experienced, this one could mean that the trend is coming to an end, but that end can only be seen if price can close above 62.64, which is here. So basically we want price to break above this level, this zone, retrace back to the same zone so that we can buy it from the same spot, something like this. If you're on this chart at the moment, then just expect a move up, a retracement, so that you can buy it from that point higher, and we expect it to be going up to the very top where this trend started. So this on the bullish side, assuming price remains below this zone, then just wait for a retracement and a good sell signal from the same place you ought to have bought from, so that you can sell it from that point towards 50.88. So I hope that should make some sense. I'm basically just waiting for either a break above or a retracement back to this place so that I can sell it, and we will need to confirm that with an indicator. We are going to use a DX indicator. Here, average directional movement index. We add it. So according to ADX, this is a buy. We have the green one, dotted line being above the red one, and then the main moving average is above the level 25. So we have an active trend which is upwards. So that means we wait for price to go above this level, a retracement, so that we can pick that buy towards 85.89. So I hope that should make some sense for now. I want to check this one on the less time frame possible. We go to 4 hours. 4 hours. We still have the same level holding. and then this one looks for me like a trend line. We have that. Then we also have that. So somehow I'm struggling to draw it at that place, which means it may not be the best one. So anytime you find yourself struggling to locate a level, just know it may not be the best one. So I'm not going to force it. Let me just leave it at that. But in the meantime, just wait for price to go above this zone, retrace back to the same place so that you can buy it upwards. So other than Brent, we want to look at something else, which is WTI. It's also oil. Oil here. They should be the same way. We want to see if it's showing us the correct, if it's giving us the correct signal. Then we may also want to trade it. They're just similar to Brent oil. So you can see we have a level here. It's the same thing up to that point. Then the retracements, we have the very first one, second retracement there, then there's also this one retracement, and then there's the third retracement. For the first time you've seen a bigger retracement, and then for the second time there's even a bigger one. So there's a level here that has to be broken first for us to say that this is now uptrend. We are not going to buy it yet until the price closes above 53.37. Just a second. A level there. Let's have a level here. So unless the price closes above this zone, we are still not going to buy it. We want price to clearly ascend above this level, then retrace back to the same place like that, so that we can buy it clearly upwards. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. We've looked at almost everything which we ought to have looked at. We have Brent oil, we have gold, we have SP 500, we have Euro USD, we have USD JPY, and we also have GBPUSD. So one last thing which I keep mentioning, I'm also going to mention it now. Just a second. We have this one here. We have this bonus. So I'm saying this because somebody asked me about it, that how can they be able to get this 200% bonus. So the reason, the main how you can get is simple. Just ensure you have deposited at least $500 USD in your account. 500 USD, not dollars. So just deposit this one, or 500 euros. After that, you go to the main site. I don't have any special link for this. Just go to the main site. Then the very first option, we have about us, this one, and then the next one. Click that, and then there's trade bonus, deposit bonus, that one. Click it, and then you read everything. So for me, the most important thing to read here is not what has been read. It's not that it's 200. No, you have to read the terms and conditions first. So ensure you understand this very well, just everything, before you eventually click it. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow at the same time.